Hey guys, it's us. Hey guys.
Hi.
Okay.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we're already recording, but let's pick a topic that you want to talk about.
I didn't have anything prepared for this.
There's nothing that you want to talk about that is part of your like the things that you're offering. You have a ton of new stuff, the books and the Shilajit and the go into more depth about why you choose the things that you choose to be selling them. Like, what are the books about? Why were you inspired to write the books? And then that will tangent us into other things.
You know what it is? It's the whole corporational aspect of everything. Like,
you don't want to be corporate.
no, it's not that. I got
grounding.
I got middleman.
You have middlemen?
No, I got middleman.
You got middlemen.
Yeah, they're.
What does that mean?
It's like they. There's a set of things that I want to offer,
Mm-hmm.
and these people presented themselves as something that they're not necessarily. Like, hey, this is my prototype. I created this, and I think that with your community and like this is like what will help like the most. And I created this, and like I would like to get it to the next level, but I can't because I don't have the influence to spread the word about it. And so it's like I talk to them, and then I come to find out that they're just manufacturing it like elsewheres. You know, it's just like it's not even his prototype. And then when I realized he was doing it, I realized the people that wanted to make my books for me were doing it. Like, I have a publisher here, and it's like I don't want to create something and technically let them reap the benefits.
So you're cutting out the middleman. Basically, you went to the source.
Yeah.
Of everything, every producer of the things that you wanted to share and sell as merchandise, basically.
Yeah. And so now the system that I've created, I mean, people look at it as, I mean, it's like online affiliations, but at the same time, it's like I wanted to be like the level of a corporate head. But the thing is, I will hire anyone who just wants to spread health and awareness. And yield. They want to yield vitality in their lives, and so it's like my door is open to those people, and
which is why you have to be approved to be an affiliate.
I mean, technically yes, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you're still like being brutally honest. You're salesmen still.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean,
we're all selling
a product
something
that you believe, not selling stuff just to sell shit. Like,
yes. It's like I see a lot of the podcasts too, even like with the guys, like it's like we found the secret concoction, you know, the right ratio to unlock the piano keys of the brain. It will play a whole symphony and make your like they say these like these just
hype things.
These things to
but
make.
It's just frills.
Yeah.
It's marketing.
Exactly.
Marketing.
Yes. But the whole thing is, it's like I don't necessarily market. I just show the product works, and this is like. People ask me to trust, like find things that they can trust, that if I can trust it and they follow me and they say, can you present us things that you trust?
Yeah.
And then, so that's what I did. So now instead of finding like it's basically me finding all of these array of individuals that have their companies or whatever. And I say, okay, go to this person. So now instead what I've done is just, I'm the manufacturer. Anything that I like, I will test things thoroughly until I like it, and then I'll just run with it. So like, I'll never go and buy anything now. I just manufacture whatever I want. Like,
so it started more as you wanting to have a proper source for things that you use in your life. And then you're sharing it with the world because you're finding great producers or quality producers of all the things, the elements that you would add into your life. Like start naming the things that you have. What are the triangles called? I mean, the pyramids.
Oh, the pyramids, Orgonite pyramids.
Orgonite pyramids, the books with all the different information that you've collected.
But those things I make myself. Like this is the thing. The books, I wanted a 9x12, like, super nice skin, like dragon skin looking thing, I guess, with a luminiferous page like the pearl, that luminiferous, what, you know what I mean, and luminous, whatever, and a nice slipcase, just something very, very, like, I want people to feel appreciated, like, as they're reading, like, all of this,
like you put a lot of energy into creating
Yeah.
something beautiful.
And
But
so
the information in it is what?
what's the what's the importance of it,
So, like, what topics are in the books?
Oh, it's just everything. And esoteric, syncretisms, religion. It basically assimilates all this information to help us understand what we are. And it's like the stuff that they don't tell us.
Yeah.
They honestly just throw us into a world of like we're living in such a, it's like so fragile. Like, when you're looking down at it, like from the new profound perspective that you get, it's very, it's a little disheartening for like what's like what we were raised in and the conditions of the things that we had to feel, because at that point in time it's like feelings weren't a choice, and now it's like I'm the construct of my own feelings, I'm the construct of my own emotions, like they're not real. And now it's like everything that I decide to feel now is from a wound that isn't healed.
Yeah.
Like it goes. And so now it's like, oh, you can create your own experience. And then it's like, to someone who's uninitiated to getting to that far down, it's like they're not gonna be able to feel what you just said.
Well, everybody's operating from their trauma already. So if you're operating from trauma and you don't know that you're traumatized, then you're going to have a distorted perspective on literally everything. So these books basically will give people a new view on what the reality is, on how our bodies work, on why we're here, like help to remember who you are.
This is what it is. The information's there. Everybody has this information. The information is right in front of them. The problem is they don't have the mental framework to be able to process it and understand it. And so they're sitting there like they don't know, like when they're watching The Matrix, they're just watching like this movie. Yeah, it's entertainment. But if you sit there and you can dissect the real message of what they're trying to deliver, and it's like they know what they can't say these things. So there's an algorithm in the system that will try to, that there'll be a creation, a thing that happens, like even in the movie Dune. Like there's every type of movie, there's always the same algorithm. And the thing is, it's like if you don't, that algorithm's in everything else too. And then so once you kind of have a handle on it, then...
Well, it's metaphorical, but then there's also, okay, so what is your perspective on this whole thing of predictive programming? Because technically, from my perspective, we're creating the reality with our energy, focus, and attention. So if we're creating the reality, predictive programming is really just them showing us things that they would like us to create for them. So we perpetuate the things, but then is it a chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken?
Oh, I'm going to say this. They know everything that we're doing, we're following their script. So think of it this way. There's a government document on the biofield from the 1950s.
Okay.
Now this document outlines the biofield, which is the human aura.
Ah, right.
But
which is why you say don't wear my Apple Watch.
Yes, but the whole biofield thing, the way your aura works is kind of enhanced, or it's the same type of technology of that of sending an email. So that's why when they found out how the biofield works, they started going in the direction of creating emails. And the thing is, the whole email, like sending emails, was completely useless. They didn't need a need for it. But the thing is, by them following the technology of what it would be like to send an email, that was them understanding the spectrum enough to where they can hack our own biofields. They can hack everyone's biofield. So now I'm going to school studying specific technologies, trying to evolve those technologies. But what am I doing? I'm subconsciously doing one thing, and then there's a bigger task at hand that I'm unaware of.
So you're saying that the human body is the technology that all of our technology is based off of, basically.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. This whole construct, we're walking around an electromagnetic spectrum. It's an endless loop of possibilities, and in this spectrum, they got the radio waves, the radio frequencies. They got all. That's how they. You can't see it.
Right.
But it's there.
Well, you can't see it. We can't see it because our vision is so limited right now.
Yeah.
So like, are you familiar with this whole like dark therapy thing that people are doing, where you can go in complete darkness for about 7 to 10 days, and you can actually alter your vision to where you can start to see the ultraviolet spectrum.
You know what's funny? Yes, and when you're actually doing that, don't look at the light.
No, there's no light.
No,
Like
no,
you
no,
go.
no. What I'm saying is that when you close your eyes for a long period of time, a light will come, and that light is like
A portal.
It's not just a portal. It's if you're trying to really stay in darkness, that's what happens. Everybody they'll go into this dark light therapy thing, and then the light pops, and then they look at it, and that right there starts the hallucinations. It starts like the whole trip. It starts you're gonna see whatever. It's like whatever's in there.
Yeah, but would that be considered an out of body experience?
No, I mean, in a sense, potentially, I guess. I can't say yes or no, but if you're gonna do a dark light therapy thing, like you need to stay away from the light spectrum in general until you come out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Yeah.
people go to actually expand their ability to see.
Yeah.
So I know I follow Savan Bomar, and he has tons of studies and has done experiments on himself and with other people, and they've gone in and they literally are in darkness for 7 to 10 days. He said is usually around the amount of time, and you can see auras, you can see like they come out and their vision has shifted, like it's expanded. So it's really not that. The reason I'm bringing it up is because you're saying like we are the technology. So if we are the technology, that means we already have like all the elements.
You have everything is unlocked.
It's like dormant or
it's
suppressed.
not that it's dormant. It's just like you have immortal genes. I mean, apparently they've proven this thing
that are not turned on.
It's not like who knows. That's what they're saying. They're saying you have immortal genes. I'm like, if someone tells me that, okay, then damn, I'm immortal. Like I can be immortal. And the thing is, it's like I need to get to a place where it's like no one's gonna tell me how my body's gonna act. Like I have to know, and I have to know in it. I have to know what my body needs, what my body doesn't need. And I think at the end of the day, it's like the only thing we're supposed to need is sunlight. That's like our divinity. But the thing is, the construct is consumption. So no matter what,
right.
If you're in it, you be in a state of consumption. Your body's gonna be mortal. So somehow there has to be a transition, and I guess we can say that that's what the whole Krishna, Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua HaMashiach, all these gods, whatever they were, like
these deities, if you will.
And that's why I honestly think that we're supposed to be frugivores, because a fruit by nature absorbs the sun,
right,
and then falls on the ground and rots in abundance. And
are you on your frugivore right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How many days?
Since I found my mango lady.
With the big birds.
Yeah, with the big birds. I need those mangoes.
Is it the same mangoes that you were looking for, that you were hyping about?
It's the same lady, yeah.
Oh, same lady.
Yeah, she remembered me. She's like, I remember you.
No way.
And then because I'm like, I'd pick through them, and then like I'd put them on the side.
So she doesn't know what species they actually are. She calls them big birds.
No. I asked her. She said that she calls them big birds. I don't have it on my head right now. She said it though.
Are you kidding me?
It's okay.
There's so many types of mangoes. I learned in Jamaica when I lived in Jamaica. There's I think there's over 100 species of mango.
Oh yeah. I studied. Because I fell in love with this one specific type of mango. I studied.
And why? What is it?
Mangoology. What is it?
You studied mangology, and you didn't remember the favorite one?
Yes. No. You know what it is? It's when a mango has more of a tear shape, it's stringier. It's more fibrous.
Uh-huh.
And then the rounder it is, the more juicier it is. Which makes sense, how we were saying that a mango is just an oversweetened orange.
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They took the tang out.
Yeah, they took the tang out.
So why this mango?
I don't know. It's like it tastes like it's alkaline, and it's seeded. You stay away from unseeded fruit.
There's unseeded mango. How would you even make that? It's just a ball of mush?
No, it's out there.
No, it isn't.
I'm gonna say this.
Where? Show me.
It's the what is that? Unseeded mango is right here. It's like a thing in Japan too, I think. Yeah, it's like this. They sell them for like $300 a pop.
No.
It's like they have a whole. I could be wrong. I could be misquoting, but I know that they get these unseeded mangoes that are just worth like tons. But the thing is to stay away from it. It's a genetically modified product.
Do you know how big the seed of a mango is? How would
Yeah.
they do that?
I'm telling you, no.
I gotta see
It's,
this.
that's why it's genetically modified.
All right.
You underestimate the.
Yeah, but then it's like a literally moosh. Like you just pick it up and it just mooshes in your hand.
No, it's still like it's still a little bit fibrous. It has a texture that is just like you can't imitate it. I mean, like, listen, you can genetically modify a bunch of fruits, but the thing is that nature, that godly nature of whatever it is still in there.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
So like if you can't get away from it, it's like when they start to alter like things. Like if they start putting stuff in. Like I know that what they're doing is, in some cases, they're trying to make the product grow faster.
Right, of course.
So at the same thing, like oh man, this is like chicken. The average life of a chicken is supposed to be 5 to 7 years. But the chickens that people are eating today are fully grown by day 40, and they're on the shelves by day 50.
Right.
And then that's why eating chicken is the number one. It's the number one reason for like colon cancer in men.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't tell you these things.
There's so many people eat chicken. They always think that chicken is better. Like, oh, I don't eat red meat. I just eat chicken.
Yeah, chicken. It's like I'm not gonna drink a Coca-Cola. I'm gonna drink a diet Coca-Cola.
So bad.
It's
So
like it's
a chemical coat.
yes. It's still they pump it with who knows.
I mean, why can't we just go back to what it was, which was cocaine and sugar and syrup?
I wish I got to try that.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
There was even heroin, I think. Heroin? I believe there was heroin in like over-the-counter medicines. Like recently, like when my grandma was a kid. So everyone's raised on drugs, basically.
Are you feeling that yet? This doesn't taste good.
Well, I cycled and then I didn't eat.
Oh, that's true.
So it's going straight to the bloodstream. But
Yeah, I've had 5 mangoes today.
shout out to Brian psilocybin.
Oh yes, I'm absolutely cooked right now.
I can't wink. Am I winking? Was that a wink? Cool. Oh, yours is creepy.
That's like
Yours is like the one that the guy in the corner does to the young girl.
that's I just don't wink.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I just blink. I'm
Let's
sick
clear
of
the
blinking.
space. See, the frankincense stopped. We need more frankincense. Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
That was actually pretty good. I like that stuff.
Frankincense is really great for removing low frequencies from a space and also raising the vibration of those who are already.
Like I thought you made up that word, frankincense.
Wow, really?
Yeah, frankincense.
See, the first time you've ever admitted that you don't know something. This is exciting.
Oh no, well.
Breaking news.
I'm gonna say this.
Zachariah didn't know what frankincense was.
I'm gonna say this. You like a fool only talks about what he doesn't know. So people think I'm a know-it-all. No, I just talk about what I know.
Well, there's two sides to that argument, but I think that,
That's how you find the fools.
when you think that you know everything.
No, they talk about things they know nothing about.
Oh, right.
And then so they start. That's what people don't realize. That's what MK Ultra is. What is that?
MK Ultra is? What do you mean?
MK Ultra. It's
The mind program?
Yeah, they show you subliminal things to affect
right.
your subconscious, and then your subconscious hijacks your consciousness at random times, and you can't control it.
That's intense.
It's like I was having a conversation with. I mean, I guess this. Am I allowed? I don't even know if I should say this.
Anything can be edited.
Oh well, no. I was in a conversation with somebody, and I wanted only female nannies. And by me saying that in the span of a few seconds or a few sentences, I was told that I was transphobic.
Right.
And I was just like, how did that happen? And that's what I'm talking about. Is something happens where your subconscious.
Well, it's like the Mr. Smith effect, right?
Yes.
Like you can literally be hijacked at any time because people are submitting themselves to being programmed by, just think about going into a store and a song is playing. You're not paying attention to the song. Mm-hmm. The song has words. It's going into your brain. Then you're in your car and you're like singing your song and you're like, why am I singing this song? Because it dropped into your brain and fucking downloaded and you didn't even realize it. Yes. So shit like that it's so
yes.
easy.
So this is why this is the main reason why I tell people. I said you got to spend time in your unconscious mind.
Right.
When you're in there, you see it all. Like
Well, and
Like-
to fortify yourself so that you're not so susceptible to being programmed by things that you don't choose.
Like I have 9 rooms going on at all times.
Why 9?
I know that's just what I could count.
What do you mean? Explain.
Like no, like when I like go
It's
into
hurting my forehead.
look like someone peeled your cap back.
Okay, you know what? You
now
set me up.
I'm gonna say this.
I have a literal dent in my head.
You should just leave it right where it was.
Literally, Kim. Well,
So it
well
stays
now I gotta
hidden.
let it undent.
Okay, or undent. That's fine.
Wait, what were you just gonna explain? There are 9 rooms.
There's 9 rooms. Yeah, no.
Talk about your 9 rooms. What the hell does that mean?
It's like
You have 9 rooms in your head.
9 rooms of things going on at all times.
Like
And
9 windows are open.
no, it's like I'm in the middle, and there's 9 channels, and these doors open and close like rapid succession. Not even like this. They're sliding doors, and then sometimes they're closed, and I can hear what they're saying. But the
So
thing is, if
they're
I
entities.
open it, I guess you could say no. I think that we're composed. We're celestial beings.
Okay.
So we're all composed of multi-leveled, multi-fractaled, dimensional pieces of consciousness.
Right.
Like if you think about it, your voice when you're speaking, that's a collective.
Hello.
No, I mean it. Like if you could
Good
dissect
evening.
my voice,
This is
you're
us.
hearing like the hum of my voice. There's multiple things. There's fractals harmonizing. And so
But why 9? And that's what I'm not understanding.
that's just all I could count at the time. And maybe because
When
of
is,
that's all
when
I
is
could
the
count.
time?
On a heavy dose of shrooms.
Okay, so well, like right now, what do you have?
Like so like
Like how many?
no 9.
9
is-
now.
9 are they're so this is what I'm saying. This is so oh man, this is gonna go in heavy. This is what I no, because when I think about it, I never touched shrooms before, and so it's like I'm just living on the conscious level.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on below that, beneath that. And then it's like there's like I hadn't taken shrooms in a really long time, right? And then after I took them, it felt like a part of me's been gone for a really long time. Like for the last 6 months, I've only been operating at like 75%.
Yeah, this is why I told you. This is why I encouraged you to get back with the plants.
No, I
because-
wanted to get back with the plants. I
Yeah.
just was freaking doing my thing. But this is what I'm saying is I felt like I was gone, and then the moment I took the shrooms again, it's like it brought me back. And and then but that's
So
what
pieces of your consciousness
are fractalized
are now
everywhere.
housed in your body again.
Yeah, so it's almost
They're
as
in
if,
your conscious mind.
So think of it this way: in like a split second, it's like I bopped back and I just relived the 6 months of my life in like a second. Like I saw everything that was said, everything that
Like
was
there was a
experienced.
review?
Yeah,
Like a life review?
Yeah, like not just in the 6 months of like everything I did, everything that I said that was improper, everything that was spoken to me improper. But the thing is, it wasn't me. It was
Spring cleaning.
It was whatever. I don't even know how to explain it.
That's what I'm calling it. It's
I mean,
spring. It's
spring
the
cleaning.
new year.
So
You called back in.
So I came back and I would basically, but it was still me. It was me doing it, but it wasn't like the completed version of me. Like I was lacking.
Yeah, I mean, I could say that I really saw that on you, because like you were, I don't know, it's almost like the light, right? You start to sense people's light, and like it's either glowing in certain situations and it dims, and it kind of almost like it's breathing. And so when you get to know someone, or like for us, we have definitely had knowings of each other's pieces of our consciousness, or maybe who we are in spirit right now, beyond this particular time and space. So I can see when your light is starting to dim, but only you know what you would need in order to bring it back to its full potential. So the plants can help,
And that's
the
what's-
mangoes help you.
But this is what was funny is that it's like I had the shrooms for a while and I could have taken them, but something was making me fight taking it. Like it's almost whatever was.
Yeah.
So this is the thing in religious views. It's like, oh, he had demons. He had demons, but no.
So, but what is a demon?
It's like it's just a fractal of a negative space of your own consciousness.
Yeah, negative is even a judgment. So we just say low and high frequencies if we're just thinking about numbers and mathematics. So
Yes.
there's low frequency beings or entities or energies or whatever you want to call them that will inhabit a space when the vibration is a match.
Yes, and
So
that's why
when
the
you-
whole concept of drinking alcohol
It's called
lowers
spirits.
the fields. Yep.
Because you're basically welcoming a party of low frequency energy to come and wreak havoc on you, which is why people do stupid shit, why people fight, why people cheat.
But wait, we're super far off topic where I was going with the
mangoes?
No, so like the whole concept of your consciousness and me
The
having
9
9
rooms.
rooms. It's I took so much shrooms where I could see like this is how real critical thinkers are able to like my processing skills are just ridiculous. And it's not just that, it's like from gaming. It's something that I've been doing for a long time. Like my eye-hand coordination, depth perception, all of that. Like I was streaming on Twitch for like I think like 5 years, you know. And I was cracked. I was really, really good at like anything that required sniping, calculated decision making in video games. Like people think it's like, oh wow, he can do all these things, but there's a huge critical level of thinking that's happening. And I guess in a sense for video gamers, they don't know their own potential. They only know their potential in a video game, but you can take those skills outside into like the real world. Like the way I started figuring these things out was when you're playing a game, there's neurons firing like from your brain, like they fire one at a time. So the amount of neurons that it takes or for it to fire at that succession, for me to control something that's in a third like party, like in another dimension, like on the television, that fire rate is happening so significantly fast, like the reaction time, like the TV can't keep up with me. So like I'd play on a 240 hertz monitor, and I still experience screen tearing because I'm moving too fast for the computer to follow
What
me.
is screen tearing?
Screen tearing is I'm moving my mouse so quick that the picture will distort itself because it can't keep up with my reflexes. So then I had to get a 350 hertz, and now they go up as far as I think the 540 hertz. But the whole point of what I'm saying is that in a video game, the amount of evolutionizing your mind, like what it does, like it does something to you cognitively, and then if you can harness it outside of a video game,
Like it rewires your brain in a different way.
oh yeah, because apparently according to all of my documents, I was supposed to be in special ed like after like I think like the 4th grade, but I was playing on a Nintendo 64 all the time, and my mom was like, no, he's not, like he just doesn't want to do the work. And I mean, it only took me up until like my sophomore year in high school and almost like failing my freshman year to realizing like, oh, maybe I should just, you know, just like I was so unconscious then. And then I got like straight A's almost. Like by 6th grade, the 6th grade, geez. By my last year in high school, I had like 4 electives in like 2 core classes. So I thought it was laughable, and I was like looking at what these people said about me as a kid. Like they're like, this kid is retarded. Like I'm like, you can't call a kid like that's what it says. Like they have all these labels on me. Like
Right.
I was medicated, I think, after 3rd grade.
Yeah, think about how many kids nowadays are having that, all the ADHD pills and all that shit. It's just like, I think that there's a higher level of consciousness that's coming in, and they're basically just sedating everyone because they don't know what to do with it. We don't fit in regular school anymore is what's happening.
You know, my mom...
You have to take drugs to go to school? Like, that's alarming.
My mom went to the principal, and the principal told my mom that I was going to be a serial killer.
Wow.
Like, I'm not joking when I said... So I don't know if you remember this. There was a market that was...
Where?
So, like, you know where the water tower is? Like, call a hill. You go up the big hill,
Yep.
and there's a water tower. Mm-hmm. When you come down, you know how there's that one market that's just been there forever?
Safeway?
Lady, no. That's in the opposite direction.
Oh.
So, like, you know when you go...
on the hillside.
Yes, on the hillside. There's a water tower. Yep. Yeah, and then you go down, and then as you're coming down, you see the bay on the right.
Yep.
Yeah, because I lived on the bay, Conway Bay Drive.
Yeah.
So there's a market that I never went to, even though it was right there next to my house.
Yeah.
But you know that market that I'm talking about? So apparently some dude went over there and just killed everybody.
When?
No, when I was a kid. Like, it happened like a long time ago. So then the principal said that was going to be me.
Jeez.
And then my mom was like, don't you, like, she wanted to like sue them for saying something like that. But
you
I'll
definitely
be honest,
can't
man,
say that kind of shit nowadays.
I know. I mean, I definitely I wasn't the best kid. I know that. But But the whole concept of video games and everything that it's done back, recirculating all the way back to where we were, the 9 rooms, is just, that's what I could see. I can hear things at all times. And like it's almost as if it's like a, that's why, like, I mean, is that like what schizophrenic is?
I know, I was just thinking that. Like, is it different voices in each room?
Oh, it's not. No, it's me. It's my own thoughts that I've been able to harness into a symphony of different actions. And some of them are assholes, some of them are not.
So
and
how do you differentiate between the rooms?
I don't. I just
So then how do you know there's 9?
Because I can see them in my head. I told you that's
so you see actual doors. You see like 9 doors.
I can see doors, and I can hear some of them. I can close and hear what they have to say before I say it. Some of them it's like an open channel, and I just say things that are stupid. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Like and the thing is, and I'm laughing about it though in the back of my head, like letting him talk or letting that part of me talk.
Right.
And then now this is the thing. When Christians hear this, they're gonna be like, "Bro, he's got demons all up in him. We need to exorcise." No, like listen.
Exorcise the demons.
Listen, my rooms are virtuous, and I think that God has a sense of humor. Absolutely. And the thing is, it's like, I'm going to laugh at people's pain from time to time. And that's what's happening in the room because we've been able to laugh at our own pain. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, there was a time where my fiance, she was having a really bad time. She was having a really, really bad time about something. And I kid you not, a door popped open and it said, "This is the worst time for you to laugh." And
you laughed.
And I just was chuckling so hard. I was crying, laughing so hard.
Because you didn't want to laugh, but you did.
Because something, but it's because
you couldn't help it.
But it's like, that's what I'm saying. That channel, like, it's almost as if they'll do things, like that's what happens in my, like, but I'm able to discern it all. I can shut it off. But I'm telling you, it's more conducive for me to leave it all open because the things that come are just wild.
Like, so do you think that everybody has 9 rooms?
No. And people have whatever they want. My brain compartmentalized. Is that the word?
It was a little rough, but yes, that is the word.
Compartmentalized.
Do you have an accent?
Compartmentalized. How do I say? Is that
compartmentalized?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Compartmentalized.
My brain created something, and it's not, whether it's a coping mechanism or whatever it is. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, from where I was to where I am now, I rather have those 9 rooms than whatever.
When was the initiation of the 9 rooms?
Oh, when I took all those shrooms back when Trump was in office.
Oh, wow.
I like hammered a bunch of shrooms.
How much are we talking? 3, 5, 10?
I didn't even count.
Was it like massive. A handful?
Oh, yeah.
Like a handful, like a full.
It was like half a handful.
Or like a hand.
It was like my ex-girlfriend gave me a bunch. And she said, "Take this, and this is what's going to happen." And she basically put a block of expectation in my mind, so nothing happened. And then she's like, "We got to go outside." I'm like, "I don't think this is how it's supposed to work. I think that if I want to see something, I got to go inward." And then that's when I took a bunch.
This is very true.
I took a bunch, and then I was like,
the 9 rooms opened up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess,
and they've never closed.
It's not even that. It's not even 9 rooms. It's just me in the middle, and then I have these 9 channels. I like whatever it is. I have to be able to fundamentally understand it, so they're giving me the framework to where I can try to comprehend it.
Right, of course.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, we'll give him 9 rooms because rooms is something he's familiarized.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just 9. It's 9 channels now.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely nothing like what it was, but like now that I see it, it's like they're just all version. They're all just me. And the thing is, I need their perceptions to create the perspective that I have. So it's like I can't do it without it.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how we can help people to be able to figure out how to open up their rooms. Okay, so tell me how to open the 9 rooms in my head.
It's not even 9 rooms. It's I mean, okay,
don't tell me what it's not. Tell me what it is, and tell me how to do it.
It's you. It's your mind. It's your algorithm for sourcing life in your life.
Okay.
Like people don't have an algorithm. They're living in an illusion that was there. Like in the law of awareness, no action will come from a non-belief. So who's giving you your beliefs and concepts?
Say that one more time.
Okay, so in the law of awareness, no action will come from a non-belief. So if you don't
Right.
believe you'll make $1 million, no energy will ever go into the universe for you to make $1 million.
So even all the efforting that you're doing, maybe trying to build something, if you don't technically believe that it's possible to achieve what you're going for, all the action is futile.
And this is why I explain to people that having a belief in your reality is actually very destructive. Having belief, the element of belief, when you get
A thought you keep thinking.
Yes. So like you need to be in a profound state of knowing. So like if you're in
Right.
a state of knowing, it's like if I know it, why do I have to believe in it?
Yeah, true.
Because I know it.
That's like the next level.
Yes.
Is to know.
So the whole thing is they give you your concepts and beliefs, and now you're existing in a fictitious fairy tale land that's governed by fairy tales and
Or just
laws
whatever
and
they want to
legislations.
orchestrate.
Yeah, whatever they want to orchestrate. And so now you're trapped in an energetic loop, and that's what the farm is. And now people like I'm not controlled or brainwashed. I said you're living in someone else's beliefs and concepts. You're raised and conditioned in these specific things, and you didn't have your awakening. And an awakening can happen through many things, but you literally will get to a profound state of knowing at some age, because at that point in time you become accountable. And I'm pretty positive that God inflicts this in every person's life at some point. Mine was me when I turned 30. I am now
Fully aware.
it's not even being aware. It's like you are the choices between your actions at that point, and you're responsible. It's like you become accountable. It's kind of like how do I say this? If you've ever seen the movie The Covenant, when they're 12, these kids, they're like witches or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know it.
So they get their powers at 12 years old. They can use them as much as they want. But the thing is, it's like a fraction of their powers. So they all run around like, oh, we're so cool, because it's like, and then when they turn 18, they ascend fully. So they inherit their full amount of powers. However, at that point of them ascending, they're now, the more you use your power, the faster you age and die.
Oh.
So now you're the choices between your actions. You're responsible, and you have the consciousness and framework to know what's going on. So you live differently instantly in that moment. So like people think, oh, I changed. No, you didn't, unless you went through like some kind of an awakening. And that can happen literally in the span of a minute. Just a snap. Your consciousness just hits
So
you.
give examples of something that would cause, or that you could call in to like actually initiate that type of shift. Like what if you want to have a shift and you're feeling like you don't know how to access it? What is an example of a way that you could do that?
The only way you can do it, like, and I don't...
By choice.
I wouldn't even say, actually, people awaken from, one, the gnarliest experience of a trauma,
Right.
will awaken you.
Okay.
But more, it's like
If we don't want to do that, what's an alternate option?
it's usually it's almost as if you're like
other than plant medicine.
other
right?
than plant medicines.
Yeah.
No, that's things.
So it takes something so traumatic or mind altering.
So this is the thing. I
To
think
open
that,
you up.
I think what it is too is people see the result. They're the result of the things that are happening in their life, right? So I'm living as the result constantly. Like say someone's living as the result. They're not awake. They're just living it as the result. Now what happens is when someone starts to see the conditions that are creating the results in their life, and they want to change the conditions and they can change it, that's being like conscious. Because some people aren't able to see that.
So it's becoming more objective about your whole experience in the reality.
It's all self-inflicted. Once you realize that it's my own fault that these things are happening, no matter how wild, no matter how horrible.
So maybe that's the key, is accepting responsibility.
Yeah. So if you can accept responsibility for things that are beyond yourself, you realize that it's actually not beyond yourself. It's actually you did this, like that, and that's what I'm talking about. The 9 rooms. The 9 rooms are happening or whatever it is, that there's something happening constantly. And when you become conscious of it, that's when you be able to change your reality.
You become the master of the
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
So there is this guy that I follow, Darius Wright. He is mastered the out of body experience. I know I've mentioned him to you before, but you don't care about other people. So
I do. I'd love to meet this guy, because for someone who's mastered the out of body, like,
yeah, since he was
I wrote a
16 years
book-
old.
I wrote a book on it, and that's the thing. I've always had profound dreams, but then when I read the Monroe Institute, and I just literally just changed one little thing, and now I'm like leaving my body and watching people.
It's very real.
My perspective did a 360, and I was like,
Or 180.
or 180.
360, you go back to where you were.
Well, no, it's because that's the beauty of it. It's
You looped out.
I looped.
You went 360 and then to another.
No, you know what it is? I saw what was behind me, and now I know what's fully in front of me.
Okay.
That's just went too deep.
Yeah.
But the
So
whole,
back to Darius Wright.
Yeah.
He shared recently something that was really profound for me to kind of ground my awareness in like what exactly is going on. And so the whole concept of karma, because I'm a yoga teacher and we talk about that a lot in like Eastern philosophy, is always talking about like karma. And I feel like, with most religious doctrines or any type of structural philosophy, there's always like, they're trying to explain to you in different ways what's going on, right? It's never supposed to be taken literally. So for his situation, though, he's literally physically leaves his body and travels. He's a traveler. And he says, a lot of people aren't ready to hear this, but basically like no one will be punished for what they do here, because there's no such thing as punishment. There's just heightened levels of awareness to where you go to the other side. You are the one that's going to punish yourself, because you are aware of everything that you did. Everything. That's what the Akash is. A lot of people talk about the Akashic records. You have full remembrance of every fucking choice you made. And so you yourself, as pure consciousness, without judgment, but you fully experience everything that you did. So
you saying that was exactly how I felt when I came back to my body. After being gone for 6 months, like I felt like I was gone, and then I took shrooms, and then it's like I was only operating at like 75%. I saw it. That's how I saw it.
See?
I relived everything, and it's like I knew it wasn't me.
So micro to macro, it can happen here. Or when we do leave, like you were saying, everyone will eventually remember and know. I think it's all things.
As above, so below, as within, so without. It's like there's an algorithm that plays within itself and without itself, within itself. Like it's bibbity bobbity boo.
Right. But at some point, abracadabra, you will know all. And when you do, that is technically what would be understood as karma, because you're the judger of yourself. The only sin, he says, the only sin that is unforgivable is the sin that you can't forgive yourself for, because you are the judger of you. Like we are all fractals of God consciousness, full awareness. And so when we leave these bodies and these vehicles in this dense consumption reality, we feel and see and remember all. And so in that way, yes, technically you are punished, but it's not like there's like a judge, like we think of a court, and you're gonna have to go like, be punished for your sins and do jail time. Like that's not how it works outside of this realm.
I can see that. It's like the moment upon leaving, your entire experience will be summed up in a specific emotion, and it's like, what would you feel? Like what would you feel in that moment?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be like angry? Are you gonna be sad? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to be delighted?
Right.
Like, and that's the thing, that the spectrum of emotions can actually, it's not, there's like,
it's infinite.
It's infinite, yeah.
Just like the color spectrum, like everything is infinite. We have such a limited view here. And then what a lot of the hijackers have done is, because we have a limited view, they like found a way to manipulate that even more so that it's even more limited. So we're just seeing in this like teeny tiny like crack of what really is. And so the choices that we make here, it's more about being consciously aware that you are going to have to kind of in a way experience everything that you do to others. So in that way, I mean, to me that sounds even worse than somebody like judging me and deciding what punishment I'm going to have, or like going to some fiery burning hell that they taught me, in Christian school.
You'd be roasting yourself.
You roast yourself because you feel it.
Yes.
You feel everything you did to everybody else. That is so intense. But he doesn't share that often because, you know, he said we're just starting to get into that full awareness. We're in the age of Aquarius, and in the cosmos, everything has an algorithm, right? And so we're getting to that part of the algorithm where this chapter of the book, people are coming back online. Like if you choose, coming back online and being more aware of what the hell is really going on.
Oh, and that's why I think it's very important to become sovereign. Like, oh my God, I got pulled over the other day.
No way.
Like, and the level of disrespect. Oh gosh. Like, no, it's not even that. It's
for
like,
what? For speeding?
No.
Oh, because your tags.
No, it's not that. So I realized that
What?
Aloha Sweet Remedies, shout out.
Yeah, so good.
Aloha Sweet Remedies. So I was like, oh, they close at 1. And the thing is, I've been a night owl lately. So like I'm working like till like
You're always a night
4
owl.
in the morning because that's like the best time to be
Let's
creative.
keep it real. Yeah.
So
Less interference.
I realized like, oh, I should wake up really early just to drop off the Shilajit that I made them. Like I made them a whole thing with their stuff. And
Oh, nice.
and so then as I wake up, I'm like half asleep still.
So this is the middle of the night you got pulled over?
No. This is in the morning. I mean, it felt like the middle of the night for me, but it was daytime. It was probably around like 9 a.m.
Oh.
But the things I probably had gone to sleep like 2 hours prior. And like I set an alarm and I woke up and I went to go deliver it. And then so as I'm pulling out of Zippy's, I
Yes,
think,
I was going to say
'cause,
Zippy's.
yeah,
That's where you got to
there.
park. You
Yeah.
got to park at Zippy's.
And
There's no other
there
parking.
was an obstruction. So there was a biker cop and somewhere else. And I'm in like, my car has tint. But my fiance's car, the one that I bought her, doesn't. It's like street legal. So it's like there's no tint on anything. You can see directly into it. So there I am. I just picked up my phone for a second. Just to, like,
for the phone?
Yeah.
That's why they pulled you
Yeah,
over?
so I look at it and I prop it down and I drive out and I'm in the intersection and I see the cop just lights and I'm just like, this dude's not going to come to me, is he? And then he comes over and he taps my window and he says, hey. And as he's tapping my window and telling me, like, I'm like looking at my phone too. Like, I seen him. I watched it. And like something in my brain was like, yeah, just grab the phone in front of him too. And he said, hey, it's against the law to look at your phone. If you can't even, like, if you had a, and he's like, you got to pull over. And then this guy proceeds to direct me. He's like, you're going to go here, and then park over and da-da-da-da. I just heard fucking white noise because I'm asleep. No, I didn't hear nothing. I just didn't hear nothing. I was just like, wait, what did he say?
So then you just
and
drove
then so
away?
I'm driving and I'm just like, you know what? No. So I'm like, I know I'm being pulled over. So I'm just like, well, I'm going to pull over to what seems convenient for me.
Yeah.
So I pull over in an intersection like of the turn into Whole Foods. But it's a the big one, the big first right. You know how it's so big?
Yes.
Like a car could easily park on the side. So I park and then he bikes behind me and he's like he doesn't know what to do.
He bikes behind you?
No.
He's on a bicycle?
No, he's on a motorcycle.
Okay.
So
I'm
he's
like, is this real?
he motorcycles behind me, and then he like I can see his level of frustration, and then he comes over and he starts yelling at me how he's like, I gave you directions, da da da, and I literally just look at him and I'm like,
when did this happen?
like less than a week ago.
This is hilarious.
And then so he's yelling at me because I didn't follow his directions. So then I just go, I'm just like, hey.
It's all good, bro.
I said, it's good. And I told him, I said, sir, listen, you might have said something to me. I just didn't hear you, man. I didn't hear anything. Like, I don't know what, it's like, I think I'm just in disbelief that I'm being pulled over. Like,
For looking at my phone.
And then he's just like, and then he literally is like, give me your license. And then he's like, license and insurance. And then I'm just like, all right. So I give him my license. I'm like getting the insurance on the phone. I had just bought the car not too long ago. So
right.
like, I'm like, I don't have the registration.
Everything's digital.
I'm like, I don't have the registration. I don't know. I think it's in my mail or something. And then he's like, listen, it's against the law for you to even look at your phone while driving. I said, you can have a mount, pop it up, do that. And then he starts writing.
That doesn't even make sense.
I know. I mean, it's, you know what it is. And it's like, I'm in like a 25 zone. I was pulling out of an intersection and I picked up my phone, looked at it, you know, it wasn't even that bad, but he's writing out a
ticket,
some kind of citation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then he's like, this is a $342, something stupid. And he's like, I need you to sign this.
Hell no.
And I told him, I said, I'm sorry, but I can't sign that. And then he goes, you know what? I was going to write you off with a warning. Now I'm going to have to give you an actual ticket. So I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, but you just, And he, like, before I can even say anything, he's running back to his bike. And then he's coming back and he's all like just
fired up.
Yeah, he's like, this dude is pissing me the fuck off.
What's really going on here,
and so,
sir?
No, and so
what's really going
I'm baffled,
on?
like, no, so I'm baffled at this experience because this is crazy. Like how do you do this all day?
Right.
And act like this? Like
right.
this is not conducive for your health,
yeah.
for the people around you. Like,
no, you're running on fight or flight.
I was feeling the animosity at the beginning, and then I realized I could see the whole thing.
Yeah,
and
I start to have compassion. Like, whoa.
And then so I'm like slowing him down, and then he's just like, and then he came up to me and he took a breather. And he's like, why can't you sign this? And I said, sir, I'm in the process of going sovereign, and I can't be in contract with the state
with the
or
US
with the government in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, but it's nothing to do with you. This is just for me. And he's just like, oh, all right, man. Yeah, I'll let you go. It's okay. And I'm just, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, he just ripped me through a rigmarole and then
said, it's all good.
It's all good. Like, but you know what it was? It was actually, no, sorry. I had it backwards. I told him I couldn't sign it because I can't be in contract because I'm in the process of going sovereign. And after I said that, he walked back to his bike. After he told me that he was.
So he thought about it for a second.
And then no, I think that there's something, like, they just leave us alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so then he just came over and he's like, yeah, go ahead. He's like, just get a mount the next time. And I'm like, I have one. I just don't have it in this car. I apologize. Like, and I showed him the magnet on the back of my phone, and he's like, all right.
So if it's on a mount, you can look on it. But if you hold it with your hand, you can't
pick it up because you need a what is it? 11 and 2.
So the system is falling apart, and it's really obvious, which is a beautiful thing.
You know what it is? I think that just people they work their jobs. They're trained to do their jobs.
Of course.
And so it's like he's trained to follow the laws of
and to get fired up,
and
which is not good for your health.
And the thing is like
over things that don't matter, that doesn't matter.
But this is the thing, though. My brother was a cop.
My dad was a cop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, HPD for 25 years. I know this very well.
My brother just retired. And this is the thing. So it's like, I don't want to be a part of their jurisdiction. And the thing is like, I'm not going to break
crucial.
I'm not breaking any laws. Like,
I want to get my Hawaii driver's license renewed, but I can't because I don't want to be, once it ends, then I'm actually starting my steps to be free. So I can't renew it. So I have to leave it where it is. And it makes me sad because I'm like, I have to show other shit. But it's just, at the same time, I think that sovereignty thing is so crucial.
I can tell you what that is, what you can do to get around it, driving without a license.
Yeah,
you can drive without
I know.
a license.
Yeah.
So you don't say that you're driving a vehicle, you're just transporting from one place to another.
Okay.
You never say that you're driving the vehicle.
It's the language.
It's the language. Yeah.
Legalese. You have to learn legalese.
Yes, you have to learn.
Little bits
you
of
have
it.
to learn, like, if you know, what is that? Black's Law. What is that? I have that book. I think you've seen it. I have it on my tape. I just read it. It's like just definitions.
My friend in Washington actually got he got out of a case in court. They basically caught him with a lot of things that could have put him away for a long time. And he is in service to humanity, and he's a beautiful human being, and he's not doing anything wrong, but legally it's wrong. And so, but he studied legalese and he got out.
Yeah.
And he's like, this, to me, if you told somebody this, it would be an impossibility. But what it did for him was it was a catalyst for him to teach people how to do this, because he literally just had to say, I do not speak legalese. I'm sometimes called something similar to whatever his name is, because they said, are you so-and-so, so-and-so?
So
sometimes people call me something similar to that, but I do not speak legalese. And if you do not speak the language, they can't do anything to you, but you have to stick to it. And he said it was like 2 or 3 days that he just, Lil Wayne did the same thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I do not recall. He just said that over and over and over again for hours. They grilled him. They brought in people. They'll try to do anything. But if you just say words or spells, I do not recall, they don't have actual permission to do anything to us without our consent.
Yep.
So if you do not consent, then they literally have no power over you. And it's those little moments that people like you or my friend in Washington or my friend in Mexico have that helps you to feel empowered. But, the fear mongering is heavy.
Yeah, no, because I got hit with the RICO last year.
Right.
And I was like, my mom honestly was the more fear-based, like, her reaction.
Of course.
But the whole thing is like, I just had to learn their language. And then it says, you can't say cure and you can't say this in the same sentence. And I'm just like, but why is that though? Because this guy got a Nobel Prize and he said that.
Right.
And he's proved it.
Because
so
it aligns with their
So then she said, this
agenda.
is just how it is. And then so it went from a thing where they like, it was almost like they could monitor, like they could delete my social media. They had that type of ability. I was blown away. I was like that's what she was telling me, that what could be like. I asked her, I said, what type of like result, like what could happen? And they were saying they could take my social media away from me.
Everything.
And and I just was
digitally.
Like, and then so after I called the most powerful person I know, which was Scott Adams. Shout out the real estate guy. And it's not even he's the most powerful. He just knows people.
And people.
Yeah, when you're a real estate agent for 30 years, like you meet powerful people. So I needed an attorney. He connected me, and dude just told me exactly what I needed to say, and I said it, and
that was it.
Yeah, they don't.
It's actually a lot simpler than we've been tricked into believing, you know?
And just to set the record straight, like I'm not saying the words here too because I don't want them to try to come for me again.
Yeah.
And it's not that I found a loophole. Just the truth being is, I won't say like diabetes is not curable. But what I will tell you is that if you want to fix your pancreas, I can heal your pancreas and make it function perfectly fine. So I found that's the loophole. So let me say again, diabetes isn't curable.
Yeah. So the diseases you can't name.
I can't cure diseases.
Because even Dr. Sebi, he went to court and like 75 people showed up.
Yes, he won. And so but what I can do is fix all of the organs that are associated with your problems.
Oh, okay.
And so I will talk about the pancreas.
Yeah.
The pancreas is what's usually all fucked up during diabetes and diabetics. Okay, you don't need to yield insulin anymore once you understand that if you eat an alkaline fruit, it goes to the liver and it's naturally absorbed. So then how do I fix my pancreas then? You fast your pancreas. You don't eat things that will spike your blood insulin levels. And that's the whole concept of insulin is it goes through a whole system. The islets of Langerhans pumps insulin into the bloodstream, and the insulin rips the cell open to absorb the fructose, the energy source.
Okay.
And that's why I tell people we're frugivores by nature because our main source of fuel is fructose, raw fructose. And then the closest thing to carbon on the periodic table is raw fructose. And then they say that we're carbon beings.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, you just told us exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And then so if you eat a raw alkaline fruit that's seeded, that hasn't been genetically modified, it goes into the liver, and the liver will naturally absorb the fructose, the energy.
So the way that our bodies are already biologically engineered is to operate off of fructose.
Yeah, so it's not that. It's like there's two sides of chemistry. There's alkalinity and acidity. One side will promote cellular deconstruction, and the other side will promote cellular reconstruction. So what the system's done is they've harvested the whole acidic side. Everything's acidic. What do you think? You drink coffee every day. You go to Starbucks. I need my Starbies. Everything's acidic. Like I need a caramel macchiato with caramel walls iced. 2 pumps of espresso.
Walls?
Yeah, they do that.
Is that a thing?
Yes, and then they
the drip.
Oh yeah,
Caramel.
And they wonder why they're like mentally deficient. Like, listen, you have to understand what you put in your body is a reflection of your mind.
Well, yeah, you are what you eat.
Yes, no,
literally.
It really does.
So
yeah.
and
that's why people like, oh, you got to eat meat. Listen, lions. I said, listen, when the fucking lions see each other, they fucking sniff each other's asses.
That guy, the interview.
Yes.
Did I send that to you?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you.
No, I sent it to you.
Yeah, but it's not that. But no, I already knew that.
That was so
yeah.
dope. The way that he worded it.
Yes,
though.
but the way
it's so true.
It
exactly. You can't just mimic one part of what an animal is doing.
And then
if you are the animal, like our jaw structure would be different. We would have like those huge fangs to rip meat apart. Like nobody's eating meat raw.
And that's why I tell people,
well, some
I'm
people
like,
are in
carnivore
Ethiopia,
MD, or what's that other dude's name? The dude who's all roided out.
I thought he died.
Primal. No, he's alive.
Oh.
Did he die? What the?
That's news know.
To me.
I don't know.
What's his? Oh, damn it.
There was a guy though that was like the carnivore guy, and he like
He died.
He died. He
When?
did like extreme workouts, and he
Is
only
he the short
ate
dude
raw
with
meat.
he has a whole family? No, he's got to still be alive.
He used to like eat meat on camera or something. I
Yeah.
can't watch that kind of. It's making me
I
nauseous.
swear
just
I knew
thinking about
it. It's like I can't even remember his name all of a sudden. What the heck?
Eating flesh. I think I have a lot of PTSD that shows up for me from my genealogy of like how they used to eat people of color, like picnic. Like they changed picnic from French and they made it like literally they would eat people. And there's a lot of cannibalism in the history of America.
Because the reason why they did that, right?
Like, is so traumatizing for me.
That's a real thing. It's they eat the people. The people would eat the people that were powerful because they want to absorb their power.
Exactly, which is why they do communion, where you like eat the body of Christ.
And then so if you're
drink
eating
his
a
blood,
fucking
that's
animal,
cannibalism.
what are you doing? Like what? Like people don't see. And so
You're eating a lion to become a lion.
yeah. And so when I explain to people,
nobody's eating a
when I
lion.
try to explain this shit to people,
You're eating cows.
yeah, they're eating cows. So
Modified cows
no,
at
yes,
that.
exactly. And so when I try to explain this to people, it's like they defend it, and it's like you're sitting on the surface, like you haven't even looked into why you do what you do.
No, and I've had people say that to me. Literally, they're like, "I don't think about it that deep," and I'm like, "Okay."
Like I understand.
hear you.
Like listen, I
hear
was
you.
raised in the culture, Kahlua pig, pork,
Totally same.
Lao,
yeah,
you know,
steaks on the grill every fucking
friggin'
weekend, bro. But you
prime rib, fish, all of it, and
Plate
and
lunch.
so it tastes good. But at the end of the day, it's like you're eating the seasonings. You're eating fucking herbs and spices to make it taste good.
You're eating the seasoning.
You're eating the seasonings.
It's the plants
yeah.
that made it
like
delicious.
You're not gonna fucking. You're not gonna eat bland chicken, bland steak.
Just eat the salt.
You're gonna fucking.
Paakay that baga.
You're gonna put all the salt bay it up. But the whole thing is what was I gonna say? There was
Just eating the meat. You're not
Carnivore MD. So this guy Carnivore MD talks about how he's just carnivore this, eat meat, this and that. And then he said, I found myself having these problems. And then the problems were fixed by him eating fruit. that right there is like, it insults my common sense. And not to mention...
Wait, did he publicize that?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
said that. He said that. And so it's like...
And then went back to eating the meat?
No. So he eats meat, but he throws in some fruit. And then it's like, you don't even know what you're doing. And the thing is, it's like, at the same time, I tell people, I said, there's a reason why I've developed an awareness around my youthfulness and why I look young. It's not just what you put in your body, but it's also having the awareness that goes with it. So it's like, I know I eat dirty vegan and all kinds of shit from time to time, but the whole thing is, it's like someone who's on a carnivore diet, eating like the fucking ball sack of a fucking an animal. And then you look in the mirror and you wonder why you look like a shriveled up fucking scrotum sack. Like,
Okay, all right.
I know that's vicious. Yes, Carnivore MD. Shout out to my boy. Your shit is pruny, shriveled looking, brother.
Whoa. But yes, you are what you eat.
But no. But at the same time, bro, that's fucked up. But my whole thing is, it's like, I actually commented on one of his stuff recently. Like, I commend him. He's very
committed to the discipline.
Yes, it's not even
He has
that.
a devotion.
Like, he's found like these things, but the thing is, in the studies, it's like the studies are so small. They're so like you can't tell people that chicken is the reason for fucking colon cancer in men. Like, and they're like, what? And then it's like, what about red meat? It's like, you wonder why your eczema stopped and then it came back. It went into remission back and forth. You wonder why your autoimmune disease functions off of fasting and then eating red meat and then getting off of it because you go back into remission again. It's like your body needs what's divinely meant for it, which is if you fast, you get the sun, and you eat fucking
Clean.
the cleanest things, the plants, the things that are
Something you don't have to process.
Yeah.
Some fruit from the tree.
Yes.
You just go straight to your body.
And then people are like, what do they say? They say, oh, the plants scream. The plants scream, the fruit screams.
Absolutely. And so
it's
I
like,
honor them as well.
Exactly. But this
But
is the
they're
thing.
not in a
But what
cage being tortured their whole
But
lives.
what I explained to them though
They're
is
on the
like,
tree.
I said, like, the fruit falls and rots in abundance. Like, it doesn't need to be plucked. Like,
True.
it can be.
It's
But
very true.
even that though, it's like,
Once it ripens, it falls.
it's like, I'm going to tell you this, if it's not me eating it, it's going to just rot. And the thing is, it's like, well, the cows fall down and they just decompose. And I'm like, no. It's just a tit for tat. They're
Yeah.
trying to say this, they're trying to say that.
Well, ultimately, you have to be ready to make the choices, and it's the discipline. I mean, to me, I think like that's probably the most attractive thing in another human being is their level of discipline. Like, discipline is everything because all we are is a series of choices that we've made. like you said, you're living
choices between actions.
Yeah, you're
And
living
if
the
you can see
reality
space
that you
between
created
actions, oh my God. I'm back
based
to
on
that
your
whole thing.
choices. So
Yeah.
if you can choose
There was
intentionally,
there was a time where
you're
I
the
would
master of
go
your
to my
reality.
neighbor's house who were vegans when I was a kid, and I'm still friends with them today. But I'd go over to their house and I'd like rip my shirt off and be like, "You need to eat protein to get muscles like this. That's why your daughter's skinny." Because her daughter Jenna, she's always been skinny. But I'd always say that. I always tell them that. And then now it's like I do the things that I do, and they're like, "We told you when you were a kid."
Right.
And I'm like, you're right. But at the same time, it's like people are like, "Oh, veganism didn't do anything for me. It made me more ill." And it's like it's done improperly. I'm telling this. If you're vegan and your shit's fucked up, pardon my language, you're just doing it wrong. You're following the manuscript of I need to supplement B12. Listen, B12, the supplementation of B12, if it's not natural, you can get all the B12 you need from kelp. And not just kelp, like a mango, for instance. The mango skin has some of the most powerful fucking amounts of B12 complex.
Well, that's why sea moss has become so popular too, because sea moss has all those elements, and it's literally seaweed.
Yeah, you can eat the skin of a mango and get all of everything that you need.
Have you eaten the skin of a mango?
Yeah, listen,
You eat the whole mango. Do you eat the seed?
I eat not the pit. No, I'll bite into the mango skin. I'll
Eat it like an apple.
No, I'll show you. So, and it tastes completely fine. And even my mango sorbet, I throw in a lot of the
I know. I saw some chunks in there. I was
Yeah.
like, that does not look good.
No, I throw the whole skin in it. And the thing is, it's like people don't understand how like that's where the nutrient dense is.
Yeah, with a lot of fruits.
So if you actually take a mango and you put it in like a copper circle, it will get mushy, but it won't decompose. It just and it won't get that alcohol tinge. It just turns mush. And when you can see through the what is that? The skin of the mango, that means that the nutrients have been fully leached into the mango sweetness, everything. So you can just eat that part. So you don't need to eat. So like when you get a mushy part of a mango, like people usually scrape it out, right?
Right.
That's actually the nutrients are more digestible. Like if I eat the skin, it's gonna make me feel a little bit like it's like hurts your stomach a little, but at the same time it's like
aggressive.
it still has the nutrients in it. Your body just has to learn how to get through it. So that's the thing. People like, oh, our bodies we don't have 9 and 10, like all this other bullshit. Like, listen, we're the most sentient beings on this plane of existence. Like your body's interdependent. Your body's beyond more like your awareness is lacking. That's why your stuff is all messed up. But yeah, and if a seeded mango can have something like that, it's like, what else do all these other...
Exactly.
Yeah. Very, very big spectrum of fruits.
That's it, folks.
So until next time. Oh, that I could... I just killed all of our viewers. I couldn't help it.
You slaughtered them?